Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. Sorry, I'm just laughing. This is going to be a pickups video. I think I got a bit carried away today. Yeah, I'm looking at all the games I bought. To be in my defense, I'm looking. I've got most of the games of today. I got 2 books in here as well. 1 movie. And 2 games with Black Friday pickups on Amazon. Yeah, on Amazon, okay. So I've got my Amazon pickups. I've got my CEX pickups. I've got my Console Action pickups. It's a retro game store in Swansea Market. And I got my HMV pickups. They're my 2 bucks, okay. Oh my god, I think I got a problem. Yeah, I'm going to be skint for the rest of the month, I think. Right, okay. This isn't a pity party, but if you want to send me money... No, I'm joking. Right, okay. I'll go in that order then. So I got a movie. I really enjoyed this. This is fan-fucking-tastic. It's the best film I've seen all year, okay? So, Top Gun Maverick. I'll talk about this on my tomorrow when I do like a recap of the week. I know it's very exciting. Top content here. I'll talk about this on my recaps called what I've been playing, what I've been watching, and what I've been reading. Okay, but spoiler: this movie was perfection. So good. I really enjoyed it. Okay. The next 2 games, one of them actually arrived today, but the other game, it is sealed. I don't know why I've torn that. It's the Ascent. I'm really excited to get into this. I've had my eye on it for a while. It's caught my eye in the PlayStation Store. I think that cost me £15. It's normally around the £25-30 mark, I think. But yeah, it's on the PS5. I'm twin stick shooter in like a cyberpunk kind of style world, you know. Yeah, it looks right up my alley, that does. Another one, I was being tight, but I'm being tight today. But yeah, so this is the Devil May Cry HD collection. I've had my eye on this for probably been in my watch list on Amazon for about a year. Wait a sec, somebody's come in to say hello. Hello? You coming up? Come say hello. Come say hello. Okay, watch your head. Oh, look. I got a dog. I picked up a dog today. No, it was Rossi's birthday on Sunday. I had a nice big party, didn't you, Rossi? Yeah, we've always got time for Rossi on my channel. Yeah, so you had some treats today, didn't you? I thought you were sleeping downstairs, so I sneaked upstairs to do a YouTube video. How good is my dog? Yeah, it was his birthday on Sunday, so please say happy birthday. And he's come up to say, can you all subscribe to my channel? He pronounces it subscribe, but it's actually subscribe. You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong, aren't you? Guess. Good boy. Right down then. Watch your head now. Watch your head. Good boy. You're a good boy. Right, sorry about that. I do apologise. But like I say, we've always got time for Rossi the dog on my channel. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so Devil May Cry HD collection. I think I got it for around about the £10 mark. The price on this game changes on a daily basis. It could be £15 or £17 now. I've never seen it under £10. But I think in CX it tends to go for around about the £15. This is the version I've got all 3 in my collection on the PlayStation 2, the originals. But yeah, I wanted to wait and play it on the PlayStation 4, you know. So welcome to the collection, Bambino. So they were my Black Friday online pickups. I'm just laughing. There's a lot of games here. There was, I think, not like nothing over the top. It's just that I got a lot of cheap to mid-range games, okay? So in CX, I bought 1 PS4 game, I bought PS3 games, quite a few PS2 games, a Sega Master System game. It's always a good day. Tony says it's always a good day when you pick up Master System games. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 Master System games, yes. But in CEX, I only bought the one, and I got a couple of DS games, okay? So we'll go top to bottom. Probably the most exciting game in CEX I picked up is Civilization Revolution. Sid Meier's Civilization, I should say. I had no idea this game was on the Nintendo DS. It looks a different style of not different style of game. The graphics obviously got the limitations of the hardware, you know. But this is my favorite Civilization on the PlayStation 3 there somewhere. Yeah, so I think it's got the potential to be a fantastic game with the touchscreen. Oh, was the the DS touchscreen? I can't remember. I don't know if it was, but yeah, that was only I think £3 I paid for that, something like that. So welcome to the collection. I was really happy with that. And next to that was Pirates of the Caribbean, another cheap game, £2, something like that. And it looks like it's like a hack and slash game. I don't think I like the movie that much. I only enjoyed the first one. The first Pirates of the Caribbean was fantastic, I gotta be honest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that. It looks like, I don't know if you can see there, looks pretty good, you know. And for £2 I thought, fuck it, why not? And I'm still on my Sonic kick. I can't leave the Sonic games alone at the moment. Sonic Rush for the DS as well. It had 92%, the best Sonic game ever. Wow. So if it's written there, it's got to be the best Sonic game ever. It wouldn't be false advertising. And there's another funny thing here. Double the screens, double the excitement. So wow, yeah. But in all seriousness, yeah, it's complete in box as well. That wasn't an expensive game either. So happy fucking days. I think I've got 3 Sonic games now on the sorry, I'm just checking. I nearly picked up Prince of Persia on the Nintendo DS, but I was pretty good when I went in CEX, right? I reckon there was 5, maybe 6 games on my radar or on my pickup list, and I put them all back. I thought, yeah, I'm being sensible now. Sensible Tony was out. By the time I got to console action, Sensible Tony had left the building. Do you know what I mean? You'll see now. I picked up a Master System game too. Oh, I'm really excited for this. Hang on. My friend growing up, back in the day, he had this. He had the original Master. I grew up with the Master System too, and he had the original Master System. And I always remember he used to lend me games, but I always used to go up his house. And it was weird, even when we were really young, like primary school age, so 9 or 10, his parents were never home. And it took me a while to realise, right? It's obvious now, right? But every time I used to go up his house, the games looked better. He'd lend me like Moonwalker is a brilliant game, right, on the Sega Master System. Definitely recommend that game. I ended up buying it off this guy. I always used to go up there and play it. And then when he sold it to me, it was like, it was something missing. It felt like it was a different game, or it didn't look as good. That's what it was, okay? But then thinking back, oh my god, it's so obvious. We would be playing on his Master System. His father was a gamer as well. So it was in the living room, where when he used to come to my house, be in the bedroom. I was playing on a 14-inch colour TV. Like, I bet all kids my generation had a 14, 15-inch telly in the bedroom. Then I'd be up his house on a 32-inch TV with the speakers and all the extra stuff. So on the main telly, of course it's going to look better. So, but this is one of the games I used to go up there and play. But I never borrowed it because, of course, it was built into his system. I think it was mine had Alex Kidd in Miracle World built in, but my friend had Hang On, and there was another game. For some reason, I think it was a game with the zapper or the light gun. I can't remember. If anybody knows what was common, like the common games that were built into the Master System, please let me know. Because I can't. I remember that this is the game we always used to play, basically. I don't know who that is on the cover. It looks like Mick Doohan. But Sega. It looks like a Honda. Maybe they changed the graphics on it, the art, the stuff on it, the graphics on the bike for copyright reasons or something like that. But it is complete in box as well. I was buying it if it had the manual or not, but yeah, that wasn't an expensive game. It's something like £2 or £3 more for the box compared to the loose cart, but yeah, I'm really, really excited to get into that. That's going to be a proper trip down memory lane, that is. Okay, my only PlayStation 4 game. I'm shocked it's taken me this long to get it. This was £5 or £6. Valkyria Revolution. It's a Sega game. I believe it's Valkyria Chronicles. It's part of that series. I feel it's more positive. It's got mixed reviews, but I think there's more positive reviews. I don't know if I'm going to get to play it this side of Christmas, because my backlog is no joke at the moment. I've got all sorts of games I want to get to this side of Christmas, but I am looking forward to getting into this. And I don't mind, because it's £5 or £6. It's not going to go much cheaper than that. If it goes down to £2, I haven't really lost a lot of money. I don't think this, but I'd probably say I play this January or February, it'll probably still be the same price. If it drops by £2, oh fuck, I lost £2, Sure, I can live with that, Another one, bit of a blind buy. This was like £1 or £1.50 body count. Oh, and some of these as well, I will add, look at that. I can't get, must be the old CEX stickers underneath. I think what CEX are doing now, they're using better, maybe they've had a couple of complaints, or maybe they're listening how they can improve. I'm a big fan of CEX as well, and especially big fan of Swansea CEX. We told the guy that served me as well, he was checking every single disc, and we asked him, shout out Chris came with me today, we asked him, is it your job, or are you told to check every single disc? And he goes, no, but it's just common sense. And to me, it is common sense. I'd like to think it is. Like, I've worked in retail, I've done donkey's years in retail, and there are some things, some phrases you have to tell every customer, and you just get mystery shopped, and if you don't say these phrases or tell them about the exchange policy, you lose points and stuff like that. So you just tell it's simple. I always wondered, I wonder if CX are supposed to check the condition of every disc. And there was 2 games that he took to the guy. He said, I'm just sorry to keep you. He said, I'm just going to take them over just to give these discs a clean for you. So he definitely was checking the discs, So shout out the man. I think he was a ginger guy. Shout out ginger guy in Swansea CEX. You're doing a fantastic job. Yeah, so anyway, getting back to this game. It's Body Count. It's a first-person shooter, intense arcade firefights. I thought for £1.50, and I'm borrowing, shout out Chris, I'm borrowing a fully functioning PlayStation 3. I'm showing it a lot more love. Now, another game, I'm collecting the games, but I haven't got around to playing them yet. Dynasty Warriors 7. Technically, I played one. I played the Dynasty Warriors, or it's Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. Oh, that game is so good. And yeah, so I thought I've got 6, or have I got 8? I think I've got 6. Dynasty Warriors, Gundam, Dynasty Warriors. Yeah, I got 6, and now I've got 7. But I'm gonna eventually get the complete set, because I know they're good fun. Switch your brain off and go wild, as they say. Yes, that was a £2.50, I think. So we haven't spent too much. A couple of more cheap games. I can't believe I haven't got this. I'm a big fan of I'm a fan of the movie Van Helsing. It's a Sierra game. I can't get that fucking CX sticker off it. Because it was cheap. I think this is not a very good game, apparently, but I bought it for the lols. I think that'll keep me entertained for an afternoon or something like that. Say I got a week off or something, might keep me, if I get my money's worth if I play it for a day. Another cheap game. This might have been one of the cheapest games of the day. The Da Vinci Code. I don't know if the guy looks like Tom Hanks. What's his name? Robert Langdon, isn't it? The books are the movies are brilliant, but the books are they're a masterpiece. I love the books, Angels and Demons. I've read every single Dan Brown book, and even buy them when they come out, like The Lost Symbol and stuff like that, So I thought, yeah, let's have a look, let's check it out, just show my love for the franchise, Wipeout Fusion. How serious he looks. I think that's what I look like when I'm riding my motorbike. Exactly like that, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Oh, it's the Wipeout Fusion 2160 season. Oh, yeah, baby. CIB complete inbox, Bambino. So, yeah, check it out. It was £2 again. So, we haven't spent too much. But, of course, there's a lot of cheap games today. Okay, so Sonic the Hedgehog. I got 2 Sonic games for the PlayStation 2. Sonic Heroes. I remember I was working in Curry's. This was like an average game, 6, 7 out of 10 kind of game. Until I've recently had my dreams and stuff about Sonic the Hedgehog. Wasn't interested. £5, £6, something like that. So I thought, yeah, get in my collection. I'm not. My expectations pretty low for it, you know. But yeah, again, if it keeps me entertained, I probably will try to finish this game though. You know, Sonic. And I bought Sonic Riders. Looks like it's a racing game. Yeah, it's a racing game, but you're all on these fucking cool hoverboard kind of things, you know. So happy fucking days. Yeah, looks a good laugh. I want to get the Sonic, I think it's like a 20th anniversary collection, like the All-Star Sega Sonic Riders or something. Not Riders, Racing. It's like a Mario Kart, but the Sega version of it. That's potentially, it's got the potential to be a good laugh, that is. And the most expensive game, comfortably the most expensive game in CX was Omnimusha 3. I think this, I have to check now. Oh, fuck for that. I didn't check in the shop, but it's a 2-disc special edition. Oh, it's got the making of it. Yes, I love a good making of. You have to get back into these. I've only played the first one briefly. I bought that. It was in like in 3 for £5 in Retribution in Llanelli. And I thought, yeah, I'll have a look. Basically because it's a Capcom game. And I thought, fuck, apparently it's like Resident Evil. I can't get into those games. But if Resident Evil's as good as this, then I definitely am missing out, you know. Let me know in the comments. Are they like Resident Evil? I've heard that. Somebody told me that anyway. But yeah, happy to have that. So I got 1, 2, and 3. I think there's another one, isn't there? The War one? I don't know. Anyway, I've got that somewhere. Okay, so we left CX. Obviously, I did really well. Like I say, it's always a good day when you get Master System games. Yes! My Master System collection is coming on. Fucking lovely. What I'm going to do is I want to get it, rearrange my shelves. I'm going to start putting some more effort into my games room as well, like in the new year. But I want to get my Master System games, show them off with it. Like, look at me. I got Sega Master System games. You know, I probably got more than a shelf's worth. Oh yeah, comfortably got more than a shelf's worth with what I got for here as well. So we left there. Then we went to again. I was sensible Tony there. I put back Wipeout for the PS4. So Wipeout Origins, or is that what this one's called? Yeah, I think it's Origins. There was a couple of games. They had a really cool looking collector's edition Call of Duty 2 Modern Warfare on the PlayStation 3. But it was like a steelbook, and it was a showpiece. That was like £8, but I thought I won't regret it because that game is great. I'm happy with the version I've got. But I put quite a few things back. I thought, yeah, I went to the anime bit. They had Berserk for the Blu-ray for the Berserk. But I've got Volume 1, and it was like the trilogy or something like that. That was like £30. Didn't even look at it. They had Akira. I was going to buy a steelbook Akira. Stunning. Might regret that. That wasn't cheap, but that would have been a showpiece for my collection. No thank you. So I was sensible Tony. Then we went to this like cash converters or cash generate. We've got like a loop that we do in Swansea. We always start in CX and we go around and we do our loop, okay? So we went there, and they had this Dreamcast in the window for £100, but it was boxed and it looked really good condition. It'd been looked after. There's no signs of it. It looked brand new, like it did in the late 90s, early 2000s. They had crusted really well in there. You know, you spotted a little sign to say ask for the Game Boy Advance and 3DS games. They got like a lunchbox or an ice cream tub size box. Just full of games, and he was going through, and they're all priced, to be fair. So he did really well in there. But what games and movies, there was nothing there for me. But they had proper Bandai Gundams. There must be 4, 6, 12, 18 or 20 of them in there, all boxed, obviously legit. Now, I'm sure they were opened, but Chris seems to think they were sealed, so I'm not sure. And they were going, there were small ones, about 15, there was £25 ones, and there was some, you couldn't even see the prices, but they were like behind, and you couldn't, their shelves are shit in there, right? The display cases, you know. But you just about see. But again, there was a friendly guy who could easily have asked. And there was 2 Gundams I wanted. And I thought, okay, at least buy one, 25 quid. I thought, I'll have a see if they got anything in console action and HMV. And we can always come back. You know, I didn't have any other plans today. Other than taking my dog. Met up with my mother and took me and my dog, my mum and Max, her dog, went for a lovely walk this afternoon. Oh, it was lovely. So I thought I'll go back, but I still had my sensible cap on, right? So I didn't buy anything there. We went to another one of the. Well, I always forget the name of this one. It's closer to Swansea Market, by Burger King, and we went in there. And they had some really good deals in there. There was a lot of good. There's Mario 64 for just the cart for the Nintendo DS for £8. Now that's going for £20 in CEX. We were both tempted with that. They had a Mickey Mouse game. Chris was tempted. Sorry, Chris, I think we forgot to go back. He was tempted £7 something on the Super Nintendo. But again, I was umming and ahhing, and so we left there. Maybe we were going to go back. Then we went into console action. No, I'll do this then, right? So I had my sensible cap on, so I took my sensible cap off. And my fucking dumbass hat, my E-Honda hat. E-Honda was with me then, and yeah, I couldn't say. Actually, in my defence, Chris will vouch for this, I put the game back. I picked up... Right, short story. When I bought my PlayStation Vita, I nearly said Nintendo Vita. When I bought my PlayStation Vita, I thought, well, it's a very good console, but have you seen the prices on those games? They're not coming down, they're going up, up, up. The average price is about £25 on a game, right? CX, everywhere we go, they're going for bank, right? And I kind of said, the next time I see this game, I'm going to buy it. And it was Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for the DS, for the Vita. I thought, brilliant, I'll take my Vita to work. I can leave it in work. I'll just play that game on my lunch break. Perfect lunch break then, isn't it? If there's people on lunch I don't like, I just put my headphones on. Yeah, ignore me, I'll just... happy days, you know. But then I had that in my hand, and I did put that back. So I could have been 20... I might regret putting that back, because you don't see that game that often. I know they've got it in CEX, you know, so I can order it. But I like to buy my games in the wild most of the time, you know. So I did put that back, right? But then we had a look in there, and fair play to Chris. The guy that owns it, I don't know, I don't think he's cut out for retail, or he's been in it, because I remember when I was a teen, this guy's about my age, but I think it was his father's shop, and then he took it over after his father's passed away, and I don't know if he comes across like he's not enjoying it. We've always tried, but Chris broke down those barriers today, and he was talking to him tidy, and he's a bit more open, so we thought, and because he was talking to us a bit better, or mainly talking to Chris, we felt a bit more comfortable. He's a bit more approachable. All his Master System games are behind the till, so they're about that far away. So from where the camera is, you can't really see, or you can't see any of the prices. The fair play, everything in his shop is priced, and underneath the price it says, like, if it hasn't got a manual, it'll say no manual. So you can't fault him on that. But because he was more talkative, I felt more comfortable saying, oh, how much is that? How much is that? He's got 2 versions of Golden Axe Warrior. They go for 90 quid each. He's got some big hitters in there. Don't worry, I didn't buy that, but I did have a look at it. And both of them were without the manual as well. So I think CX, it goes for £100. Last time I looked, it went for £100. I'd rather, my biggest hitter, my holy grail on the Master System, I don't know if I'll ever see it in the wild, it goes for bank on eBay, is Ninja Gaiden. I'd love to have that, or Street Fighter 2 on the Master System, but that was a Brazil exclusive, wasn't it? I'm never going to see that in the wild, am I? Watch now, next time I go to Super Tomato, he'll have it in there now, won't he? That's probably my holiest of grails. That's not already in my collection, is Street Fighter 2 for the Sega Master System. I don't even know if it'll work on, I don't know if they're region locked, do they? Let me know in the comments. Loads of people know stuff. That's the great thing about YouTube. I'll say something. Like, shout out, someone told me that the Master System, like our manuals are printed one way, and apparently in America, they're printed the other way, like a normal book format, like most manuals are that way, but does that make sense? But in America, so shout out, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. That's what I'm learning as well as we go along, isn't it? So, Sensible Tony was there when I put that game back, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Sensible Tony was there when I picked this game up. This was a couple of quid. Hour of Victory. Caught my eye because it's only on Xbox, okay? It looks really good. I'm in the mood to play something like this. Looks like, a Call of Duty, World War II kind of game. To me, it looks like a PC first-person shooter, So yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that. Like, that was a couple of quid. So, Master System time, is it? I started asking him. I put this one at the bottom, because I wasn't originally planning on buying that. So I asked him as well. I've checked on CX site. I've actually paid on every single game more than what they're going for on CX. So I'm a bit gutted about that. But you don't get to see them in CX. There's no CX got all these in stock. And so you don't know if they got manuals. I think every single one of them's got a manual as well. Or maybe one hasn't. Shit, I thought I lost that game then. Yeah. But basically, we were talking to the guy, and the way I justify it, so it's about average of £2 more expensive than CX. But you pay £1.95 postage, don't you? And then sometimes it could be, like, I know for a fact, this game, I was going to buy this last weekend in Port Talbot, to show in this in stock. But there's rips. Like random rips in there. I didn't even want to know what the inside was like, okay? So obviously my first game is Land of Illusion. I don't think... It looks very familiar on the back. One of my friends in primary school had Castle of Illusion. That was our go-to. I don't know if this is a sequel to it. I think it is the newer version or the newer game, But that was a really good game. So this is a game I've had my eye on picking up for quite some time. The next game, sorry, it's gonna be sticky. Sorry, no, it's not that. I had a can of Red Bull on the train, so rather than I couldn't see a bin, so I put it in my bag, and a little bit of drops must have gone on the case, So I have to give them a wipe down. Yeah, Chuck Rock. Really, I've never seen this in the wild. It feels like the manual's in there, and it's one of those white cartridges. I'll find that interesting. Yeah, smells a nice, sweet Red Bull, baby. Yeah, I think I played I think there's a version or something, one of these kind of games on the Super Nintendo, or am I muddling it up with that Joe and Mac? I think I might be. I had a good game in night. My next door neighbour came to stay the night with me one weekend, and he had the Super Nintendo, and my father, he was in a good mood, so he took us to like the video shop. But the reason we wanted to go there is because you could rent a game, and my father rented a game for us. So we played Joe and Mac, and my father said, right, bedtime. It was like 11 o'clock. We must have been 9 and 10, or 10, 11, something like that. And then we played all night. We didn't speak to each other. Obviously, TV volume was turned all the way down. I don't think I slept. I do not. And put it this way, that was the last time my next door neighbour was allowed to come over. Because maybe the bags under our eyes and stuff give us away. Chris asked about this game, and he was having an hour, and he said, no, Dad's got the manual. Happy days. Rampage. I'm so happy to have this in the collection. There's no way I was leaving that there. There was a couple of other games. I can't remember. Oh, what was it? It was 2 games I put back to get this one. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. yeah, so Rampage, everybody knows about Rampage. Happy days, complete inbox. Another game I grew up with was Asterix. I don't know much about the cartoon or anything, but it's obviously based on the cartoons, complete inbox as well. And but this game was kind of a big deal. I remember a couple of my friends had it. A lot of the games back then, I don't know if you can class it as like a Wonder Boy or maybe a Mario clone where you jump on the enemies to kill them and stuff like that, if I remember right. But yeah, I remember one of my friends at a birthday party and all the schoolboys went over, everyone invited went over, and we were watching this, and it was boring as fuck. It was. We were all excited because we thought the game was a bit of hype around the game in my school anyway. So I was like, yeah, we're going to watch this. We all went, and it was like, anyone want to go outside and play football in the rain kind of thing. It was that boring, you know, but that game, from what I remember, was good. A classic Operation Wolf. Now you can play this. I have played this. I haven't played it with the zapper or the light gun, but you can use the control pad as well, you know. So yeah, it's a shooting game. You control the target. It's quite a hard game. I think it would be easier with a zapper. I might have to see if I can pick one of them up because I've got a CRT TV, so I'm good to go, you know. But yeah, when I saw that there, but because he's got them, he's probably got 30. I got to be honest as well. I shout out Console Action in Swansea. Me and Chris were saying, he's got them in a silly place, but there probably aren't that many Sega Master System collectors out there. So rather than put them front of the shop, it's probably a waste of space, isn't it? So you probably put his stuff that's behind the till. It's worth a bit of money, but not many customers ask about. But yeah, it was hard. All you can see, you got to know your games. Like Golden Axe Warrior, you couldn't read it, but I know the font any day of the week. And so we're like, and he was like, where's his game? We were playing, yeah, left of it. Yeah, so I got to be honest, he's probably got, as far as quantity, he probably is the best store at the moment in my area. So I'm talking Carmarthen, Llanelli, Swansea, Bridgend, Port Talbot, Newport, Cardiff area. He's probably got the biggest collection that I'm aware of, and I've always said that Retribution in Llanelli has got the bigger collection, but I got to be honest, I think he's probably got more, unless he's had more in Llanelli. We did plan to go there today, but there's a strike or something going on. All the trains stopped at Swansea, they weren't going any further, so I was like, fuck it, we'll go there again, you know, the store will still be there. So if Retribution's watching, blame the railways. They're on strike. It's not our fault. We didn't come and see you today, pal. But yeah, Operation Wolf. So when I was paying, that cost me a lot, and I was still looking while he was getting the games ready and stuff like that, bagging them all up for me. And I went, Afterburner. I said, how much is Afterburner? He told me. I was like, yeah, that one going back. Again, CIB, baby. Yeah, really, maybe I'm in the mood for Afterburner. Maybe it's fate, because I watched Maverick. This is probably one of my favourite arcade games, flying games. I'm not the best at flying games, though. In, like, Grand Theft Auto and stuff, I always fail those missions. But if it's from the ground up, just going to be a flying game, I tend to be alright at that. I'm not saying I'm great at them or anything. But yeah, I even like the cover art on that one as well, you know. The 4 mega power. I'm not the 4 mega cartridge. I'm not sure what that's all about then. The 4 mega cartridge. No idea. Again, any fucking Master System gurus out there, please let me know. F14 Thundercat, happy days. So yeah, look forward to playing that. Right, so that's everything I got in. We're nearly finished. That's everything I picked up in Console Action in Swansea Market. We went next door then to, there's like a manga shop, and he's still a new shop, and he's got loads of stock in there now. He seemed a bit understocked the first time we went there. It's my second time going there. The first time I went there, he had offers, like he's got 3 for £2 comics. He's got really expensive rare comics in there. He's got signed stuff. He's got cells from anime and stuff like that in there. he didn't have any Berserk in there. He had Berserk in there last time, so maybe he sold all them. But, so I didn't see anything I liked in there this time. Chris then, right, bought 2 books, and it was £12 each, or 2 for £22. So Chris paid, and then the guy was talking to him about the receipt, whether email or text receipt, and I think Chris was like, oh, I think he goes, oh, it automatically comes to an email. Chris was, yeah, I shopped here before. And he went, oh, hang on, he said, you've only charged me £12. The guy was like, what do you mean? So Chris, with his honesty, he said, shout out, Chris. He told the guy, you've undercharged me. And the guy was shocked. Do you mean? Chris could have been 10 quid up, and he could have left the country, could have fled the country with that £10, running like that. But fair play, that's how honest my friends are, I would do the same thing. I like to think I do the same thing, because he's a new guy, and we just want to support him. There was literally, I would even waste my money. I may as well have given him a tenner, because there was nothing in there I wanted. It was just been a waste of my money. But Chris, fair play to him, said, and the guy was really taken aback. He's like, yeah, you've undercharged me. He could have easily just walked out to there, pretended he didn't realise. But yeah, Chris is literally, as he realised, he was like, oh, right, he didn't even think. He just said, you haven't charged me, I need to pay you another £10 kind of thing. Then we went to, so shout out Chris, then we went to HMV, and I had a bad stomach at this point. Exciting story, isn't it? So we had a little look around. Fuck, their anime is so expensive in there. It's nice to have it on Blu-ray if you really are a big fan. Most of it, a lot of it rather, is on Crunchyroll. I haven't got that, but a lot of it's on Netflix and things like that. So we had a look, and it's so expensive, picking things up. Oh, that's $54.99. You're talking a lot of money, like. Then they had cool posters. They had a really nice Godzilla t-shirt. But my stomach's size, like, I think I need to go to the toilet. Pretty cool. I've nearly sprinted to the toilet, by the time we got out to there. But then I saw, on the way in, they had a sign saying books, or sale on their books. I don't know if it was all books, but it was a massive collection of books. 2 for £7. But both the books I picked up, to buy separately, is £7.99. So your quid's in, do you mean? I'm paying £3.50. These are brand new books, So I picked up, obviously, 2 books. I picked up Alien, Out of the Shadows. I think there's a couple of these books, but this one is the official novel set between the events of Alien and Aliens. So I'm pretty excited. And the other thing with books, well, I don't tend to order them on Amazon anymore, because you can see, when you're there, you can see the size of the font. Because, like, for example, I bought American Psycho. The book's meant to be, the film's amazing. The book is meant to be amazing as well. Ordered it, and the font is tiny. So, without my I didn't know my glasses are. I think they're in my room of doom. So, my mother's, she's just bought a house. So, my 3rd bedroom, everything's, I call it the room of doom, because it's just jam-packed with everything of my mother's, but a little bit's going out. But I think my reading glasses are in there somewhere. But with a font that size, I should be fine. So I'll keep you posted on that. I'm still reading my Berserk though, so maybe I'll take one of these books to work, because I haven't got an actual novel on the go at the moment. Rossi's coming back. You right, boy? Yeah, maybe you heard me talking about my mother. That's right. Anyway, so careful, Rossi. Careful. Sorry, you knocked the camera. Getting excited. Yes, yeah, so I'll looking forward to that. And there was a couple. The good thing about this, if it is a good book, there are a couple. I think is another 2 books as well. But I think that's the first one you want to pick up, from what me and Chris could tell anyway. And the other book I picked up, right? I actually picked this book up before I picked the Alien. So that was the one I was having on offer. So that's my freebie. Is The Never Ending Story. I've always wanted to read this, Again, it's a nice size font in there, A couple of pictures in between chapters or whatever. So shit like that. So yeah, this, how many pages is this one? This should be a good laugh, God, it's over 500 pages. If it's good, it won't take me that long to read that. When I'm in a book, I'm in a book. Do you know what I mean? I'll come home from work and I'll just read through a book. I'm not as strict with my reading as I used to. My mental health used to... I used to be at... If I don't read a certain amount of pages every single night, my brain would tell me something terrible is going to happen, so I would never ever risk it. So I used to go through books, fucking hell, like you wouldn't believe. But now I relax a bit more with my books. If I don't feel like reading, like I've read probably 4 nights in the past 7 days. Some nights I don't feel like reading. It's nuts to think how far I've come with my mental health. So shout out Tony. I'm winning the mental health battle. But yeah, so I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, so that is everything I bought. But then, fair play to Chris. He messaged me on I was on my live stream last night playing Phantom Break on, yeah. He had his staff do. He messaged me to say my mother was in his staff do. How random is that? So my mother, it was like a function room or something. My mother was with her work friends or people she used to go to work with. And Chris was with his work friends. So Chris hadn't been, I don't think he'd been to bed. He looked fine. If I'd gone to bed at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I wouldn't be in Swansea by 9 o'clock in the morning, let me tell you. So fair play. But then, so we went our separate ways. Chris went to his way. I went towards the train station. And Chris phoned me then. And loads of times, I don't mind, we do it with each other. He'll put games in my bag if his bag's not full or whatever. So he had a couple of games in my bag. I did remember to give them back to him. Literally like a minute after saying goodbye, innit? I love you, I hate goodbyes, kind of thing. It's always like that. Very emotional. And he's phoning me. And yeah, I will add, as I was walking away, I heard like a beep, 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 like that or something. Didn't think anything of it. So Chris phoned me. He goes, oh, did you see that? I was like, what? I honestly thought he was phoning to say either he's got some of my games or I've got some of his games still in my bag. No. This van had... Chris crossing the zebra crossing, so he's got the right of way. A van didn't stop or something. And Chris got into a thing, and he wouldn't, trust me, if you've seen Chris, he wouldn't want to mess with Chris, put it that way, right? I think Chris kicked the van. Like, I would do the same. I would be the guy, you fucking asshole, kind of thing, do you know what I mean? But the guy got out of the van, he was a big hoo-ha. Chris rose above it. You feel, how bad did you feel? You had a nice morning, and then you fucking get in trouble for beating some random guy up, you know? But some people, they just don't, I'm not saying all men in vans, I can't even say it. Man in a van, all those people. No, it's just this assholes out there, do you know what I mean? But bit of a dampener, but he's alright, like, do you know what I mean? And shout out Chris, because you feel, trust me, you rose above it. But the guy, you know, he deserves a kick in. He'll get a kick in off someone else, do you know what I mean? But imagine, do you know what I mean? He could have run you over, oh my God, just before Christmas. He might be quids in then, mind. Remember that next time. Or you could be arrested. Do you know what I mean? Oh, what a shit Christmas that would be, you know. So he did the absolute right thing, rising above it and just walking away. Do you know what I mean? Even if he did deserve a fucking pasting. Yeah. So shout out Chris. Karma will catch up with that guy. Let me say. Yeah, I think we'll cut it off there. I'm gonna eat dust now for the rest of the month because I'm fucking skint. What do I want for Christmas? Money. I need food stamps. No, I'm joking. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But if I start getting thinner, you know, I'm struggling. Do you know what I mean? I can't afford a fucking tin of beans or something like that, you know. Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Yeah, cut it off there. I'm going to press the button this time because this doesn't really fucking work. Love you. Bye.